have time for the quiz. So you can do this on your whiteboards if you would like. You want to hand out some markers and marker everybody? There should be enough whiteboards on everybody's table. Or you can do them in your notebook if you'd like. But either way, I'd like to see everybody try these along with me, just to get it really in your head how to do them, okay? Okay, everybody got a whiteboard and a marker ready because we don't have a lot of time. Alright, so this first problem here, these are actually directly from this worksheet that you guys hopefully finished. Okay, so remember what we do first? First we have to balance it, and then you solve with your mold-to-mold stoichiometry. Okay, so go ahead and start trying to balance the problem. Then we'll work on that as a group, and then you can do your mold-to-mold stoichiometry.
What's the coefficient?
That's what you're figuring out when you balance it.
The subscripts. I can't see them.
Oh, okay, I can enlarge it for you.
Look at this. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, can you see that?
Hey.
It's CA3.
Miss.
Correct.
Not correct.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
This one is easy, yes. So Ms. Pop, go ahead and write this last thing down. CA3, C2. Now, so write CA. Because you're going to count that. CA. How many calciums do you have on your reactants? Calcium, There's, okay, so the plus sign separates your components in your reaction. So this plus sign means you've only got one thing there, because there's no numbers and there's no subscripts, so it means one. Okay? All right, how many nitrogens? That's great, so we have two.
You got 2 calcium here.
It's just a zero,
There's only
so
one here.
0.15.
Yeah, I don't
So you
understand.
would somebody go up and balance that for me real quick? Okay, Mohammed.
So,
Okay, so
what happens if you put 2 here? Put the 2 here.
I don't have a heart.
Okay, that's
No, just make pretend. Like, write it the best you can. Alright, so you put a 2 here, right? Go ahead. That 2 is going to be in front of there, right? So then if you put a 2 in front of here, how many calcium do you have?
2?
How many nitrogen do you have?
2?
1.
1?
2 times 2 is what?
Oh, 4.
So then what do you have to do? Do you have 2 calcium here?
So we have 2?
You have 2 calcium here, right?
Yeah.
2 calcium here. You got 1 mole here, but you got how many? 2 times 2.
4.
So what do you have to multiply here? What number you have to put here to get this 4?
2?
Yeah.
There you go.
Real
That's balanced.
quick, okay?
Okay. Just double check. How many calcium?
Two.
How many calcium?
Okay.
How many nitrogen?
2?
4. How many nitrogen?
4.
You got it. See?
All right, so I want you to
Yep.
show this test, so I want to see you write this on your whiteboard or in your notes, all right?
Guys,
She need a
okay?
marker.
I don't want nobody to take a picture of me.
Okay.
Keith, you
This is for me and Dr. Hatch.
Huh?
This is for the 2 of us, nobody else.
Okay, so you guys, let's do this last part together. Okay, so what do I write first? If I'm doing, okay, you guys log it down a little bit for me over there. Okay, so in our mold-to-mold stoichiometry, what first, you guys.
15.
So I write the thing I'm given, right? Amani, off your phone, honey, so you can focus. So I'm gonna write the 0.15 moles of calcium, aren't I? Okay, what do I do next? Times it. Times,
Put
good.
your parentheses.
Parentheses.
What?
And then okay, like that? All right, and then equal sign. Now what do I write? Okay, good. So moles of Ca3 in. So in other words, if those of you, so I'm writing the thing I'm given first, just where am I starting? The thing with the number, and the thing I'm trying to get to, I write it last, right? Everybody with me there? Okay, so how do I do my, my conversion factor? Okay. Okay, so you guys understand why he's saying that? Anybody want to tell me why I'm putting this on the bottom? So I want this on the bottom. Are you sure?
No.
No, it's not like that. You can cancel with the CA.
Oh, this one. Oh, you were saying that one. Okay, so mole Ca on the bottom. Everybody okay with that? Okay, do you see why? Because I've got mole Ca here. I want those units to cancel. So I've got to have one on the top and one on the bottom. What am I going to put up here, you guys? Okay, good. Okay, now what number am I going to associate with mole Ca? 1. Okay, and that's because there's nothing here, so it's an implied 1, isn't it? What am I going to put in front of this? 3. You're going to your coefficients of your balanced equation to get this ratio.
Y'all arm hurt too? They gave y'all a shot.
rabies shot.
They gave us a shot, and now my arm feel like it's like hurting. I think I need a suit.
Why did you not get your shot?
I don't know. I didn't even know we were supposed to get a shot today. Like,
Yeah, they should have warned you about that. You know what, let's kind of get moving along here, Amani. If it still hurts, we can send you for ice at the nurse, okay?
it's okay.
All right, so you guys, what do I do for the math now? What's the,
0.5.
Shyla? Okay, good. So Miss Shyla says we're multiplying, Elizabeth, Miss Shyla says we're gonna multiply the 1.5 times 1, and then what do I do?
Divided by 3.
Good. Multiply the top, divide by the bottom. Okay, so 0.15 divided by 3 is what? Does anybody know that?
0.05.
Excellent, you guys. Okay, everybody kind of with me on that, more or less? Anybody got a question before I move on?
Nope.
Okay. Stacey, I'd love to see you writing this with us so it'll kind of get into your head, okay?
Miss Hutch, our test is tomorrow.
Test is right in about 5 minutes, so we're going to do one more of these and then we'll give you the test. I'm going to skip this one just because the balancing takes a while. So let's try this one, but let me show you
Where's
before
in
you...
front of that?
What's that?
It's zoomed in too much on that side.
It just says, okay, here's my...
Okay, I can't see for the plus. You're right.
Sorry, you guys. Wrong button.
It's the hardest one.
Okay, so you guys, let me point out something on this one. Okay, Mohammed? So you guys, this CH2, C2H3O2, see how it's in parentheses? That's one of our polyatomics. It's not a very common one, we haven't used it much, but it's an acetate ion. So you're going to count that whole thing, this whole thing, as if it were a single element, right? So we're going to be counting aluminum, hydrogen, and acetate units.
So it's gonna be 1.
So exactly, this side will be 1, exactly. How many on this side?
3.
Good. Okay. Okay.
Can I just follow you? Tell you what you do. And start writing it down.
You want to come out and balance it for me? Let's give everybody a minute to try it on their own though, first, Cyril. So let's let everyone
Is
try it
that
for
a
just a
1
minute.
after the third one?
Why are you recording this?
We're
This
gonna look
one?
at it later.
Yes, I have 1 acetate unit.
Okay.
With her?
Okay, and over here I have 3 acetate units.
So what do you do?
Amani, I feel like you're getting
I
distracted
gotta go
again.
over
Will you work with us,
Balance
please?
that.
What do you do first?
Not work.
I know how to balance.
What'd you do first?
With this problem,
Okay.
I got to write the first step off each of them and find themselves. Then trying to find the number that's in between next to it. So yeah. Then look at this, look at it, and look at which one I'm balanced. I'm trying to balance.
Okay.
But you're the one with the parentheses, last one.
This I know how to go.
It's
First
three.
two.
Use three because you got the being the outside parentheses.
So what would you do on that side to make that one, the acetate ion?
Put it in front of H.
Okay, that would balance that. Then what happens to
Actually,
the
this one is
hydrogen?
a little tricky, I remember when
Then
we
you got
worked
three
on
of
it, so
those.
let me go ahead and work on it with this, since we're running low on time. Actually, have you already tried this one?
From you?
Samuel, have you already tried it?
Let me tell you.
Know
Okay.
how to do it?
Today? Right now? Please and thank you.
I make this a three. Well, you can't, one is just gonna give you the same thing, isn't it? Okay,
Yeah, please help.
it's gonna mess everything up, isn't it? But you're gonna kinda have to do that, aren't you? Because we don't have a choice, really.
Yeah.
So you guys, here's what, this one was a little bit tricky.
Tricky.
Because once he got started, he realized he needed more hydrogen, and once he added that, it flipped this side. So he actually had to change a coefficient he'd already written in order to make everything work out, didn't he?
Oh, I understand this one. You understand how to do that one? Do you? Okay.
Okay, and so we need, how many of these do we need?
Okay, look. How many acetate do you have? You have how many? What number is that?
And then I need more.
Okay. So over here, how
Okay,
many
so
do you
this
have?
one was a little bit tricky. I don't think there's any
Is there any
other
number?
quiz that are quite this tricky.
So then how many do you have? There's no number. Right, now you gotta balance those out. So what would you do to balance those
Okay,
two out?
you guys, any questions on this? We kind of went through it quickly.
Yeah, how he get the six for the
So when he got over here to the hydrogen,
I'm gonna
he
take
needed
this.
to have three.
Watch what she
talking about
says.
for,
Watch
the
what she
last-
says.
For this or that one?
like both.
Okay, well, let's see, so when he was here. Oh, no, he wasn't. Oh, you know what, none of them are this hard on the quiz, and for the sake of time, we'll do
Well,
another one
understand.
of these in the future, okay?
Sure.
Oh, I should have reversed the answer. You got it right.
Can you explain to her?
So this was 2, this was 3.
Can you explain it to her? You don't get it either?
All right, so you guys, we've got our balanced equation. We need to run through our mole calculations real fast, okay? So I'm gonna write the given part. Amani, will you write this with me just to practice a
Yes,
little?
ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, and what am I trying to get to? I'm trying to get to this one, aren't I?
Watch what she
So I'm gonna
does.
write that over here. Okay, so now what am I gonna put on the top up here? This thing, the beast, huh? So we'll put mole HC2, H3, O2. All right, and what am I putting on the bottom?
Hey, L, okay, well, I need to write some.
What number is associated with?
6.
It's two numbers actually.
Okay,
No.
all right,
Two.
what's the number? Good. All right, so now what math do I do?
6 times 15 is
Divide
9
by
divided by 2.
Did you find the answer? 0.45. Okay, I think you guys got it. Let me give you a couple quick reminders. Glance at your notes for what definition of stoichiometry. And remember, when I ask for a conversion factor, it's this fraction shape, right?
Do you
if I
understand
ask
this one?
for ratios, it's like the A
Can you
colon
explain
B
it to me?
thing, like that, right?
You gotta be able to explain
Okay,
it.
good.
If you
All
can't
right,
explain,
let
you
me
don't
print
understand
this
it.
out
Can
so
you
it's
explain
time
it to
to
me?
work on.
Alright, we're gonna get in a group in a minute before we take this test. What's his name? What's his name? Cyril.
Okay, okay, go ahead and close your notebooks now,
Oh, wait a
everybody.
minute. Can we have a couple more minutes?
Okay, sure. Can I hand out to test to everybody else?
Yeah. Who do you need? Let's go over this one problem. If you don't understand, let's go over it. Can you please explain this to him? Before we do this, he's going to explain this, okay?
Which one?
The last one we just did, that one.
He's not gonna be able to tell you.
Okay,
You're not gonna get a
so
piece of paper because it's not gonna fit
that's
on.
fine. Okay, I want you all
Oh,
to
you guys,
understand
let me
how
tell
this
you
is done
about your
before you
cell
take this
phones real
test.
quick before we begin. You may listen to music, but you need to set
And
it
watch,
up right
okay?
now and then put your phones where I can see them